Let's go to, before we go there, you know, sometimes when we're upset, we'll say, you know, I ain't going to forgive that person. I'll die and go to hell first. I've heard people say that. But you know, when they say stuff like that, they don't really mean it. They just really talking off the top of their head. But they don't know all of this stuff is being recorded. But they said it. And, or we'll say, oh, they don't know who they're messing with. Now, I've said that with myself. Oh, they don't know who they're messing with. I'm going to show them this thing who they're messing with. That means I'm going to get my little stuff together. And I'm going to put some plans together. And I'm going to show them who they messing with. But I want y'all to turn to Psalm 62:9. We're going to tell you what God said we are. Psalm 62:9. Surely men of low degree are vanity, and men of high degree are a lie, to be laid in the balance. They are altogether lighter than vanity. Now that vanity there means a vapor. And when you say laid, that means weighed. So what this verse is really saying is that you can put the poor and the rich together, the people that got status in the world, the ones that ain't got it, you put all of them together and weigh them, and they weigh like a vapor. So who are we? Nothing. Without Christ, we are nothing. That doesn't even tip the scale. Not even a little bit. We are dealing with two kinds of laws that govern us. There's a natural law, which is the physical, and the spiritual law. The physical law, everybody knows what that is. What goes up must come down. You heat up, if you heat ice, it's going to turn to water. Now that's a sure. But when we go on the spiritual part, the spiritual law, Ephesians 4:26-27 say, be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath, neither give place to the devil. Now the Life Application Study Bible says, and don't sin by letting any anger control you. Don't let the sun go down while you are still angry, for anger gives a foothold to the devil. So I looked up foothold. I said, now I think I know what foothold is, but just let me be sure. Foothold is a position usable as a base for further advance. It's a hold. So when we go to bed at night and we angry, let's don't even talk about friends. Let's say spouses. You know, spouse go to bed at night. Well, I'm angry with you. You sleep on your side, I'm gonna sleep on my side. I ain't talking to you. I'm just over here, and if you push them a little bit, they fall out the bed because they're on the edge. But when you really wake up the next morning, that thing has had a chance to grow in there. You don't even know what you got when you wake up. And somebody say something to you and you cut the head off. You snap out. Then swallow the head off. Because you done rolled overnight, you know, but you were growing a demon.
Amen.
Just like that young lady with the thin line. Baby, she grew for days. And who only knows, it might have been some weeks and months in there. But let me tell you what she had a chance to get. Bitterness is the main spirit. And under bitterness, guess what the first one is? Unforgiveness. Unforgiveness. And unforgiveness is a foothold. Holding on to things. And after the unforgiveness, then you got the resentment. And resentment is the records of wrong that is being recorded, fueled by feelings of holding on to it and starting to meditate and chewing on it. You know how we mold things over? Now she had all that time to do that. But what she didn't know was retaliation was right behind resentment, and it was coming up fast. So retaliation means to make the person pay. Get even. Oh, we gonna get them. You know how we say, I'm gonna get him. We don't say, oh, I'm gonna get him, I'm gonna get him. We say, I'm gonna get him. And then after that comes anger. Anger builds and ready to explode. So see, when she exploded, sometimes you don't even know what you're doing. I remember when I was working at Havertys, this young lady, it just seemed like she was picking on me. I don't care what I did, what I said, nothing ever was right. She would lie on me, and she would tell me things that the supervisor would say. So one day I just said, I'm going to see about this. I went to the supervisor. I said, so-and-so told me that you said such and such and such. And I said, I came to get it straight. He said, I didn't say that. He didn't even know anything about what I was saying. She had lied on him, just like she lied on me. So I said, okay, I'm going to keep my cool. So I thought, I was going to keep my cool. And then we went on, day after day. And one day we had this big sale, and everybody was getting their drawers and stuff together. And I was talking to one young lady, and she said something to me. I didn't know she was talking to me. As a matter of fact, I really didn't hear. But it played back in my ear. Guess who played that thing back?
Mm-hmm. Come on.
Played that thing back in my ear, and the next thing I knew, I said, Lord! I had gone up one side and came down on the other. Everybody was looking at me going, they didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to think. They had never heard me like that, but I don't even know what I said. All I know is that it was out. I had gotten up to here, I was fed up, and I exploded. So I exploded on her. But I got everything out that was holy. Everything in my heart that was in there, I got it out. It wasn't the right thing to do. I didn't do it the right way, but I got it out. Let's move from anger. Hatred. Hatred said there's not even room on this planet for you and me to be in the same place. We're going to get rid of somebody. That's what hatred says. After hatred comes violence. You are going to experience pain. That's what violence says. And I'm going to be the one to give you the pain to experience. So we keep talking to ourselves, hearing our self-talk. We building up stuff. And then murder comes. And sometimes it's actually the physical murder. But it also can be the spiritual murder. With the tongue. We assassinate somebody's character. We tear them up. We verbal abuse them. We tear them up so until nobody trusts them. Now is that Jesus? Forgiveness goes a long ways. We must forgive. It is a must. We can't leave this place without forgiving. Hebrews 10:23-27 says, let us hold tightly without wavering to the hope we affirm. For God can be trusted to keep his promise. Let us think of ways to motivate one another to acts of love and good works. And let us not neglect our meeting together, as some people do, but encourage one another. We need to encourage one another, especially now that the day of God's return is drawing near. Dear friends, if we deliberately continue sinning after we have received knowledge of the truth, there is no longer any sacrifice that will cover these sins. There is only the terrible expectations of God's judgment and the raging fire that will consume his enemies. I did a prayer for forgiveness. And I want everyone, I'm not going to ask who have anything in their heart, because I don't really believe that I need to. But I want to ask everybody to stand.